Is this the end of self-checkout? Let's find out. Here's the scoop. Welcome back to Here's the Scoop. I'm Nicole. And guys, I came across this video and I just had to share this with you guys. I had already been thinking about self-checkouts for a while, and now it seems like it's coming into fruition. Some retailers are pulling back from self-checkout. And I already knew this was going to happen between people being tired of scanning all of their own stuff, people being accused of stealing, and then people actually stealing. I already knew that eventually these retailers were going to reverse what they did, which is put in self-checkout so they can save money, but it in turn is kind of screwing them. So we're gonna watch this video. Fair use, YouTube, fair use. I'm using this video as a learning tool, so please don't flag me, YouTube. Thank you. All right, guys, let's get into it.
Do it yourself. That's the idea behind self-checkout lanes. A way to skip the pleasantries and skate out of the store quickly.
Super fast, easy, convenient.
But it's not always convenient, is it, guys? When you're at Walmart, how convenient is self-checkout? Let's be honest. Self-checkout is convenient at stores like maybe the Dollar Tree, maybe Five Below, stores where there's not like crowded lines of people with carts packed with things, right?
But more and more stores are now hitting cancel on those self-checkout machines.
Item canceled.
Dollar General says it has pulled self-checkout from about 12,000 stores, and Five Below hoping to eliminate self-checkout options in its highest risk locations. Both companies saying theft is the main reason.
Guys, are we surprised? Are we surprised that theft is the main reason? Are we surprised that theft is the main reason, guys? Are we really surprised? If you are expecting people to seriously check out all their own stuff, and they got a cart full of stuff, especially at places like Target or Walmart, and you're expecting them to scan everything properly and do everything properly when that's really not their job, like, seriously? So I'm surprised that they're surprised that this was going to happen. Like, who was in these corporations? Who was telling these people that people were not going to steal? That's a given.
Reason, as 15% of users confess to purposely stealing at the self-checkout lane.
That's crazy. So 15% of people have actually confessed to stealing. That's crazy. Now, the thing is that a lot of these self-checkouts, the kiosks, they have cameras on them, and then they have people watching you. And then at Walmart, they check your receipt. So realistically, you shouldn't be stealing ever, obviously. But given the fact that people might be in a rush, or people may not be paying attention, or people might have thought because this can happen, or, people just are bad people, right? They're just going to steal because they can. These things happen. So I don't know. I'm just surprised they confessed. But then again, maybe I'm not. I don't know. This is America, guys.
Entering in a cheaper type of produce when they're scanning their groceries, or just pretending to scan something.
Wait, I think I skipped a part. Let me go back. Whoa. Okay, here we go.
Checkout lane.
Entering in a cheaper type of produce when they're scanning their groceries, or just pretending to scan something and just bagging it anyway. It's one area where retailers are noticing.
Have you guys ever done that? Have you guys ever accidentally or purposely rung up something like apples that were not organic, or apples that were organic and you put not organic, or something like that? Let me know in the comments. I have never done that. I'm just so paranoid, honestly, because I know that people are watching, and you might be the one to get away with it that day, and then you don't get away with it tomorrow. So it's always good to just stay clear of any type of wrongdoing, so you know that you're good,
Too much that.
Then there's the user experience. For shoppers, self-checkout is supposed to offer the convenience of just scanning and then going. But sometimes it ends up being more trouble than it's worth.
Please wait for assistance.
And that's the worst. That's the worst thing that I actually hate about the self-checkout, is like checking out fruit. which is why I don't really use self checkout for like when I have vegetables and fruit, I don't ever go to self checkout. And honestly, to keep yourself clear of like not being accused of stealing, it's better to just go check out with a human being, at the cash register.
Definitely where I have to like wait for someone to come in and fix it, and it just waste of time.
The solution? Bringing sales associates back.
Is more profitable for the retailer to pay employees to manage checkout than it is to support the machines where they're probably getting less than accurate checkouts from consumers.
So listen to this. All this time, right, in corporate, they were telling them, hey, we're going to get these machines. And I think they cost like $15,000 a piece. A lot of these self-checkouts, they cost like $15,000 to $20,000 a piece. They're like, hey, we can't pay anyone that money for the year, any workers. So we'll save money and these machines will be great. But they didn't realize that like a lot of these machines are going to also have problems and people are not going to check things out properly. And they actually need more people working these machines. They only have usually one person manning these machines. It could be like 7 machines and they only got one person in charge. If you have a problem with the machine, you have to wait. It's really, really annoying. So now they're actually thinking of bringing back the cashiers, which is what we were saying the whole time. Like self-checkout is convenient if it's like a store where people are only coming in to buy like 10 things or less than 10 things. But once people start buying like 30 things, self-checkout's really a nuisance.
Self-checkout isn't going away, though. It's on the rise at grocery stores, making up 44% of transactions last year.
And that's until people start stealing more from the grocery stores and then watch those self-checkouts disappear.
Store decided to take out all the self-checkout lanes and put in like regular lanes. Like,
I'd be really disappointed.
A battle of humans versus machines playing out in the checkout line. Brian Chung, NBC News, New York.
So let me know what you guys think about this, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this. They're saying that even though the Dollar Tree is going to eliminate self-checkouts from 12,000 stores, right? So that might be more self-checkouts. I don't know how many they have in Dollar Trees or in Dollar Generals. And then Five Below is also going to eliminate their self-checkouts, but only in their highest risk stores. But then they're saying that in the grocery stores, 44% of grocery stores are actually still, using self-checkout. So what do you guys think below? Let me know in the comments. Me personally, I believe that as the economy gets worse, as the dollar gets more inflated, I think that they're going to start pulling more self-checkouts from the store because like they said, 15% of people admitted to stealing from the self-checkout. And they're not ringing stuff up right. And sometimes it's just really confusing ringing stuff up, especially at Whole Foods. In the back of this video here in the picture on the left, it looks like Whole Foods. So it's very confusing sometimes. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree that this is a good decision for some retailers to pull back from self-checkout? Or do you really enjoy self-checkout? Do you love it? Are you stealing from the self-checkout? Let me know in the comments. Have you like skimped a little bit and not rung something up on purpose, or didn't have the money and didn't ring something up and you got away with it? Well, let me know what you guys think about the whole self-checkout debacle, and I'll see you next time.